Now, tonight is the 4th. At midnight tonight is March 5th. That opens free agency. Going to kind of roll in from the combine into free agency and then heading into the draft. This period for those guys that just left the combine, and they probably talked to some teams, have reached out to them. Are they what are they doing right now? Are they sitting around waiting to see what guys are going in free agency? Maybe that'll kind of give them a sense of where they may get drafted, or are they just totally still working out and focusing on just being the best player they can be? Or how does that work in general? I know it's hard to answer for everybody, but how'd that work for you? What were you, specifically doing this time of year when you were coming into the league?
Oh, you got to have a memory bank if you're a guy. You got to know all the teams that interviewed you, and you got to go through their free agent process right now, starting at 12 o'clock tonight. You got to know who they're picking up because, say, for instance, I'm a corner, and I know if it was a team that showed a lot of interest in me, if they go out and get a corner, a high-end corner, they're probably not going to take a corner again high in the first round or in the first round. They may be looking in the later rounds. So you got to look at that type of thing when free agency start. You got to pay attention to all the teams that interviewed you and showed interest in you at the combine, and just see what guys they go after in the free agency.
And one of the questions that I often ask, and I think of quite a bit, is a lot of guys have a lot of off time from the last college game they played up until the combine and up until the draft. But yet you see they get injured right around that time. Is this something that fans should look at this player and say, man, how is your hamstring not in good shape when you haven't played football in forever? I mean, is that a lack of preparation, or is it just a guy pushing himself so hard that maybe he tore something, just because he's really going at it? I mean, which one is it?
I say it's a guy that's been going hard. You got to realize most of these guys have played a full college football season. Some of them went on to play in bowl games, and then after that, some of them went on to play in senior bowl games. And then after that, all you do is go into combine preparation. So you never giving your hamstrings, your body, anything a chance to rest. You're going straight into your body is very fatigued at this point, and it's very easy, a week or two, or even at the combine, to tweak something, and you may want to shut it down and wait a couple weeks, give your body time to heal. So I don't think it's a lack of preparation, because I don't see how you can not be prepared for the biggest interview of your life. I think these guys, they go out and prepare very well, but sometimes you can be overworked and overtrained, and it's bad when you injure yourself preparing for the biggest interview of your life.
Now, what's it like on draft day? That draft comes through, free agency is over. You know who kind of got who in the free agent market, and now, here comes that day. Is it just, walk us through draft day. I mean, what is it like? How is your family treated you? Getting calls all over the place, and everybody wants to know how you're feeling, and you're in butterflies, or how does that work?
Draft day for me was just a nervous wreck. It was pretty much a consensus from every team I talked to after the combine and before the draft, saying you're going to be the number 4 corner. They didn't know exactly when I was going to go, but definitely the number 4. I wasn't going to break that top 3. So I was like, okay, that works for me. Because for everything I was hearing, the top 3 guys were going to go in the top 10. So I was like, well, it shouldn't take too long for me to get drafted. Well, the top 3 guys went in the top 10 picks. So I'm like, okay, here, it should be a corner taken within the next 5 or 6 picks. People don't realize when you go first round, I went the 23rd pick. That's 5 hours after the draft started. And you're just a nervous wreck. Every time your phone vibrates, rings, whatever, you may think it's a team calling. And it could be just an email or a text message from one of your friends wanting to know, what's going on, which I had already told everybody to don't call me during the draft because I didn't want my phone ringing. I didn't want a busy signal at all because you can't miss that call. So I was a nervous wreck, man, until I finally got that call, and from there, it's smooth sailing.
I can imagine the joy and the elation that you had when you do get the call. What's the first thing that goes through your head? I mean, is it that all the hard work came to culmination, or is it I'm rich? I mean, you got to be happy about that.
What? You know what? It's a mixture of both because you work so hard, and there's so many guys that's working for the same common goal, and you finally made your dream come true. And I was ecstatic, man. I didn't calm down till the next day. I was like, wow, I finally did it. Something I actually wanted to do since I was 9 years old. When I started playing football, I finally made it to the NFL, man.
Yeah, it's a lifelong culmination of hard work, that's for sure. There's no doubt about that. So now the summertime kicks it, and what do you guys do? Veterans know how to handle themselves. You know, they know what to prepare for. You've gone and had a couple years under your belt. But these guys that just finished the combine, they go into the nervous draft day, then they have, the feeling of emotion when they're picked. Then after April, how long does it feel until September rolls around when the ball's actually kicked off the tee on that first day? And I mean, are you just thinking, man, I got to get better. I'm going into the NFL. I got to practice. Or are they thinking, I better relax? Or each guy probably takes it differently. But how did you do? What happened during the summer for you, your rookie year?
Well, the summer, man, if you're a rookie, you're definitely going to be at your team's facility all summer. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. You're there. They're going to make you be there. So you have to be there, and you are going to be practicing, where you may see some veterans that's not there. He may took a week off to just relax because the off season is long. And you don't want to kill yourself in the off season. You want to be very well prepared for the season and in shape for the season, but not kill yourself to the point where by mid-season you're dying. So veterans know how to, a smooth median to take off a month or two. I don't have any friends that take off more than 2 months. That's very uncommon, but take off 2 months, and then it's straight football from then on out.